Hello. Now it's time to do my daily check on whether the audio is good. See if this works. I feel like I turned my mic up more than I used to. Oh, hold on. I think... Is this good? I think this is better. I turned it down a little bit. We'll say this is good. Okay. Do. Hello, hello. I'm only have half of my rings on. I was like, what's wrong with my hands? There we go. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. I'm Saros, and today I'm gonna be making felt frogs. I've been doing Sims recently, but I kind of didn't really want to play Sims. I wanted to do like what this is about, and crafting things. And so, I don't know if I've talked about it, but I applied to be at an art market in June, and I'm gonna sell things such as, I don't know where my little frog guy is. Hold on. Let me dig for him. This little guy. You might have seen these around TikTok like last year or something. Little felt guys. This guy's eyes are too far forward. He was the first one I made. They're gonna be better than him. But I was gonna make a whole bunch of these and like sell them. So I'm going through my large stack of felt here and picking colors and cutting them out for like ones that match. So I have a few that I've done previously. There's red and pink. This green one, this blue one, and then I've gone through and picked out, I haven't totally cut these out, but these two colors, and like these two. I've also got like this one. So I'm just going through, matching colors, figuring out what looks good. I have some here that don't have matching bottoms. These kind of actually. I might make this purple one the matching for this guy. We'll go through these after because I'm moved on since then and I don't know where I am in the stack of colors. Did I go through browns? I went through greens for sure. And like blues, greens. I don't remember if I stuck this stuff on like this or like this. I want to say this way. So we're gonna start with yellows, and I'm just doing a whole bunch of colors. I hope you can still hear me good. I'm like leaning away from the mic. But I have my little patterns, and I covered these with like tape to make them a little sturdier. I found these just off Pinterest. I've seen many different people post many different patterns. Otherwise, I'd love to like promote the original creator of this, but I think it's so far gone that I don't know if I could find the original creator. So, whoops, but they're here. Search them up. You can find them on Pinterest and stuff. But let's see. Do I want? I've mostly just been looking at a thing saying this is like dark. Do I want this color at all? Because it's dark outer shell, lighter belly. You know, dark, light. I also don't know how many. I have like 20 sets of eyes, so I can make 20 of these. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So far I've got like 9-ish. But we'll see. Oh, there's a whole bunch of pink ones. I'll get there. Well, this goes here actually. Do I have more of these browns? I like this brown. This is a nice dark brown, so I'm gonna take that. I'm also playing Zelda music. Let me know if any of my audio's ever off. As always. When you trace these, you gotta make sure to trace both sides of the side piece. Just because I like to make it... It doesn't super matter with felt because it's the same on either side, but I like flipping the pattern over to make sure like I can put my marking lines both on like the inside or the outside, you know? And in case the felt might have sometimes some felt has a slightly different texture on one side than the other. And so I want to make sure that you can use the same side. But this probably isn't going to be a super long stream. Depending on how fast I get through this felt, I might try and make one of these guys, see how long it takes. Because if I give myself an estimated time, I can be like, well, I have 30 minutes to spare today, and make a frog. Because they shouldn't take me that long. I don't actually have the stuffing up here, but I can do most of it. Just because these guys are so fun and cute, and everyone loves a good little frog guy. I'm sure I have pictures of the nicer ones I've made for my friends. Their birthdays last year. I just don't know where they are. They're somewhere in my phone. I'd have to dig. I don't save my pictures good. I used to have so many folders on my phone, and then I just gave up. Okay. Now, what did I use? Because this is the brown for him, right? I made this frog once, and I want to make him a little bit better. He was not quite the right shape because I want him to be like my frogs. And he's not quite the correct shape for my guys. He's he's not fat enough. My boys back there are fat, pure fat. But this guy's not quite chunky enough. But I was going to look and see the lightness. I think that's too similar. It looks so different on camera. Actually, he'll be a darker guy. Yeah, that works. I was trying to decide if I wanted to make his belly light like that one, or like this, but I think this is a good match. A nice dark frog. Sure there. On other news, I was supposed to be working on my Minecraft pig. I have not. I bought the paint yesterday, but when I was looking at pictures, I realized I recorded the video of making the pattern, and I realized the colors are the color pattern of the pig that I drew in my video is not Minecraft accurate, game accurate. But I'm not gonna record another thing of me coloring that. I think I'm just gonna do it in my free time and then just post it in the video and be like, this is my recoloring of it, and this is what I'm following to paint. Just because the 3D model I used had different colors, different pattern of the pinks for the pig. But I've got 2 weeks, and then the first video is coming out April 6th, is just the patterning, because again I want to slow down the process so that way I can also make it more in depth. And in the future, if people are how do I you're sped through this, I can be refer to these videos. Same concept, different thing. If you have more questions, feel free to ask, but you know, I think those two, they're a little too similar actually. I think this guy, I've got a lot of these, so why do I have so many of this color? It's gonna be the outer shell of the boy. Oh, he doesn't fit there. I would do it on this piece. And any small pieces I cut off, I'm going to save and cut up into little bits and use them as stuffing, just because I want to try and be a little more sustainable with my things I make. So, I don't want to, I like holding this side. I really wish I had a better workspace, so that way, excuse me, I could actually have another camera and you know, set this up so you could see what I'm doing. Instead of, you just gotta look at my pretty face. It looks much nicer on camera than in person. I did my makeup in about 10 minutes because I was cuddled my cat too long, and I did more makeup yesterday, which means I have more acne today because I have very sensitive skin. I was realizing while I was doing my makeup today though, I'm that's probably because half of the makeup I use is likely expired because I don't pay attention to when I get my makeup or how long it should be. So I'm gonna not do anything about it for a little bit. But when it comes to anime conventions, so Otafest first, I think I'm going to buy myself new concealer and I mean, my blush is just some lip tint that is like running out, but I get it's from like Korea and I don't want to order it because it's expensive, but it's just lip tint. I like rub it around the edge. I'm like, give me a little bit, because I think I've never found a blush. I had one blush that I absolutely loved in high school, and then NYX stopped making it. NYX no longer makes that exact blush, and it upsets me because I loved that thing. I used all of that. I used that for like 5 years. I loved it, but like it ran out, and so I found a blush that was pretty close, but like it's not as pigmented, and I'm like, let me just use lip tint, and it like stays on better. It's a little, I used the redder one today, and I think I used a little too much, or my face is just red. But I also don't, you put it on first, and then I put foundation over it if I'm wearing foundation. I haven't worn foundation in like months. I normally just put on a little bit of concealer because I don't want to make my skin worse, but that like dulls it down a bit. Not a whole lot, but I prefer that. And like any other like cream or liquid blushes, I feel like feel too much. Lip tint, this is like a water-based lip tint. It soaks into my skin. It's there and you can't feel it, which is what I like. I also, my eyeliner is currently just black eyeshadow, but I figured I'm not going to be big enough on any screen for you to be able to tell if it's patchy or not. And I can do that quicker than I can do my regular eyeliner, because my eyeliner is NYX Epic Wear, which if you've ever used NYX Epic Wear, that stuff does not come off. I usually end up falling asleep with bits of eyeliner still on because it does not scrub off nicely. And you also have to wait for it to dry completely when you put it on. I do my eyeliner and then I sit there like this with a fan for like 5 minutes until my eyeliner's dry, and then I can open my eye, because if you don't, it will smudge and then you can't clean it. And you're like, guess I have to work with it. That's why some days my eyeliner just keeps getting bigger and bigger, because I just keep messing up, and I'm like, well, gotta make my eyeliner bigger on the other eye too now. So it's a problem. And like, and also the thing is, my makeup especially right now, this would all wash off, but most of my makeup, the only waterproof thing is my eyeliner. I used to have waterproof mascara, and then they didn't have the waterproof version of the mascara when I was buying more mascara, so I just got the not waterproof version, which means it like is dramatic crying. I have a picture of when I started sobbing like a couple weeks ago because I was overwhelmed, and I took a selfie because like I do, and then I looked at myself and I'm like, that's some dramatic tears. It was like black, it was like down like everywhere. It was a good dramatic crying it's a good dramatic crying mascara. However, that's not always what I want. But like this lip tint that I use as blush is also water based, so if you use water, it comes off. So like I've cried before when I had like my waterproof mascara and my waterproof eyeliner, and like I cry, you can see like a teardrop shape of where my tears wiped off my blush. And normally if I catch it, I can like dab it in so it blends in, but it's happened once or twice that it cried, and then like it's just like a flesh, it's like a lighter stripe down my cheek, and I'm like, good. So like, and then when I draw my eyebrows on, I use this eyeliner that's like Revlon, and it's good. It's a good eyeliner to draw my eyebrows on. But when I have drawn my eyebrows on, I was going to today, but I didn't have enough time because I've been in that sort of mood. But when I draw it on and my eyebrow is itchy like it is right now I'm like, oh, just scratch it, it's fine, whatever. When I draw my eyebrows on, I have to pull out a phone or like a mirror and look and be like, huh, huh, because that just scratches off. Do you know how many times I've gone out and started scratching my eyebrow and then I'm just like, shit. And it's usually like I'm on my way home, but like I scratch my eyebrow and then my finger has like brown on it, and I'm like, great, scratched off my eyebrow. Or like I'll go to bed and like I know my makeup's been good all day, and then like I'm just wearing it around the house, and then I'm going to take it off for bed, and then I look in the mirror and my eyebrow's just like gone, and I'm like, love that. But yeah, my makeup is like especially today, is not waterproof at all. This would all smear off in an instant. But that means it's easier to take off in the future, which is what matters. But it's kind of annoying sometimes when I'm like, gotta do my... Yeah, it's annoying when it's like, oh, like, I've got so much makeup and, like, I cannot touch it. It is so delicate. Do not touch my face. But it says, like, would people want a yellow frog? Is this a good belly color? I know. I think he needs like a tan, like a light tan. Yeah. And he'd get like a white or a light tan. What did I make out of this? Oh, the fire for Calcifer. You know what? Yeah, why not? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This would be 12. I'm just trying to keep track. Let me pull out a sticky note that I was using for other things, but I can use it to count, but I just didn't throw it away yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've always wondered if people counting with like ticks like that, if that's still a normal thing in like younger generations. I have never like had the guts to ask, because I'm like, I feel like that might not be a thing like kids nowadays do when they like count, because like I just draw ticks. That's how I count everything when I'm doing like cross stitch and stuff. I've just got sticky notes, not cross stitch, crochet. There you go. I've got sticky notes of just a whole bunch of like ticks counting along, and I don't know if that's normal or not anymore. Because like for me it is. For me I'm like, of course, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But I don't know, I feel like that's one of the things that is no longer a thing in society because of like technology or whatever. I don't know. And by new generations I mean like 13-year-olds now. Like, do they count like that? It's questions I have. I mean, there's just some things in life that I'm just not aware of. Like, not aware that it is a, like, regional thing, or, like, a generational thing. Or just, like, a way people grew up. Like, Control F on your computer. You go on a website, or you're, like, looking for something, mostly for school, and you're trying to keyword search, Control F, and then you type in your word and you find it. I thought this was common knowledge. I have a friend in school who just learned that this year, like January this year, and I was not aware that it was not common knowledge. Or like, I'm sure there's other things. Just like generic things. I think I also taught that friend how to caps lock on your phone? Like, how you double tap the shift button on your phone and then it caps locks. I think I also taught her that. But there's also the fact that like some people don't know how to iron, to use an iron on clothes. Fucking shocks me. Like, this is a basic life skill. But I also guess I can't say anything because I know nothing about kitchens. I'm not like bad at cooking. I just don't. Because my mom cooks, so I just don't cook. And like I can, the few times I have, I've been able to, but I just don't do things in the way she would expect them to be done. Oh god, I need to count again. I don't know if I counted that when I did that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is 12 that I'm doing here. 11, 12. Yeah, okay, I did count that. But yeah, it's just, I find it weird. What is that, anthropology? Or whatever, the study of humans. Just the way that people can grow up so differently and have such different, like, bases of knowledge. what I think is common sense is not common sense to some people, and that's weird to me. So I've got this peachy one. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I find so many things interesting, and then I think about it, and I'm like, that's weird. That I find that so fascinating. But whatever. I find religion fascinating, and that's why I want to, once I get my education degree, go back and get a religious histories degree. Because it's so, like, I just want to know about it. I want to know about all the different religions. I'm agnostic myself, so, like, I'm sort of just like, whatever, there could be something. But, like, do I care? Not really. But do I want to know everything about every religion? Absolutely. Because it's so weird. And, like, I'm like, I don't think my government would pay for me as a teacher, if I got my full license as a teacher, to go back and learn about religion, because it doesn't really, like, further my ability as a teacher. And some people are like, oh, but, like, what about, like, religious schools? Maybe that would help. And then I'm like, to an extent, until one, they looked at me. I don't think I could work at a Catholic school. One look at me, don't think so. And also the fact that I don't think Satanism is that bad. And I'm not talking about, like, the cult worshipping, like, mass murdering Satanists. I'm talking about, like, the Church of Satan. Like, the Church of Satanism. That's not even really Satanism. And, like, their creeds and stuff. And, like, they're, out of most religions, they're not bad. And people look at me like I'm absolutely nuts when I say that. And I'm like, they're not. They're just living their life. Let them live their life. Oh, it's better. But, like, yeah, people don't tend to take that too, like, fun. When I'm like, yeah, Satanism, it's chill. Talking about this with ominous Guardian music in the background. Good. I have so much of this. These all look the same color. You can't tell, but I think they look the same color. There's a lot of them. I work with, like, this blue, because I don't have a super light blue. Well, that's, like, too green. And it's the lightest blue I have. Well, it's not the lightest, but everything else is too close in shades. So it's gonna be for that one. But also, or just white. Just white looks better. The cream looks nice with the purple, though, with this purple. So we'll do 2 of the bodies. But yeah, some people are just like, yeah, it would help with, like, religious things. I'm like, not really, because my views on, like, Catholic Bibles and stuff is, like, it's whack and nobody understands it properly and you shouldn't listen to it, and like, you shouldn't use it as gospel, because it's not. It was written so long ago in a different culture, and it's been translated so many times that you should take it maybe as inspiration, but you should never fully listen to the Bible. And that's from what little I know. And I don't think Catholic schools will appreciate that. Not to mention Dante's Inferno and Paradise Lost are Bible fanfiction, and everything coming from those that is not banned in Bible canon. Things like the 7 layers of hell, the fight in heaven, like the big war in heaven, those are Bible fanfiction. That's not accurate to the Bible. Like, that's not from the Bible. That is from some people writing some stuff, self-insert fanfiction about the Bible, like a couple thousand years ago. And yet people are like, it's Bible canon. Like, this has happened in the Bible. And it's like, no, it's not. And so, like, I don't know how much religious schools would appreciate that mindset. And therefore, I'm like, don't think so. I could maybe tone it down to, like, substitute at Catholic schools, but unless they're, like, very progressive, I do not think so. I do not think they would be happy with me. especially with the fact that I'm like, oh, I like do so many things. Like I'm like, I cosplay, all of the sewing stuff I do, I wear like lots of like different things. Not like super weird. Like I'm not super out there. But I am not just like a basic girl. I wear a lot. I use she, they pronouns. I wouldn't, in my head, I've been playing around with using mixed Jessup instead of mix, because I kind of vibe with that. I think my hesitation is that I've just never had a teacher use mix before, but I kind of vibe with it, so we'll see. Or I'll say miss or mix, and then let people choose. But yeah, I don't think those few facts about me make it so I'm pretty sure religious schools probably wouldn't hire me. Most of them, at least. There might be a few. I'm not gonna like say none of them would ever hire me, but like it's highly unlikely that it would happen. Oh, do I want to do a hymn and a... Yeah, let's do another one, a hymn, but in better colors. In like better eye placement, because this is the eye placement. Hold on, the hair. The pattern here. This little dot is where the eye was supposed to be. This is where I drew the eye on personally, that I figured it was better. Because this is what he looks like with his little front eyes. He looks so silly. He's just a silly little man. But if you like... Now he looks like a frog. So... Oh, on last Monday, I skinned my knee pretty bad. I was out with my sisters at Activate, and I tripped over my own feet and skinned my knee, and then didn't do anything about it for like an hour and a half, because, it's 2 o'clock, because we were out, and I was wearing leggings, and I was like, I don't have a bandage to cover this, I'll just wait until I get home. And now it's really gross and like goopy, but it's healing. But I cannot wear tight pants because it hurts. Anything that pushes against it too much hurts, and I'm like, yikes. My limited pants wear is now even more limited. But I mean, it's getting warmer where I live, and so like I was hoping that to wear like skirts and like things like that, or like my ripped jeans, but they all show my knee, and it's like it's like a 2-inch by 3-inch bandage on my knee. Like it's one of like the non-stick pads, and then I tape it onto my knee, and I'm like, I don't really want people to look at that. Like, I want people to look at my outfit, not my bandaged knee. So I guess I'll be wearing long pants, but long loose pants. But I went to IKEA with my friend yesterday, and I think we walked around too much, and it dried out my knee, and so my knee was itchy and hurt. I was just not having a super fun time at the end of that. And also, side note onto IKEA, very fun, you lose track of time, it's great, everyone knows this. But in their ice cream at like the cafe at the end, they had wooden spoons, which like I get they're like good for the environment or whatever, but like the spoon part was like this big. Like, it was wildly big, didn't fit in my mouth very well, was not deep enough of a scoop, and like anytime you licked it, it's like you're licking a popsicle stick, so you like taste the wood, and I'm like, this isn't fun. Like, I don't enjoy. Me and my friend were just like trying like to, it was good ice cream, but we were like suffering at the end because we're like, this is not a fun experience. I took the cap of my apple juice and was using that, so my thumb was cold, but at least my ice cream tasted better. And now I've just told myself I'm bringing my own spoon the next time I go to IKEA, because I want ice cream, because I got a sundae, so it wasn't even the option of a cone. My friend got put her ice cream in a cup instead of a cone, and I got terrible spoon for it. So like, you either eat it in a cone so you don't have to have a spoon, or bring your own spoon to IKEA, because like, Yikes, it was not fun. For anyone with any sort of sensory things, not a fun time. I was worried I was gonna get a splinter in my mouth because of the spoon. It was awful. I do not recommend. Do not recommend the IKEA spoon. The ice cream, good. The spoon, disgusting. That was my review of IKEA. Fun until the end when the spoon was gross. The spoon for the ice cream, gross. Do not have. But I went to get shelves to put up here and then also up in that corner. You won't see it. But because I want to put all of my felt things on a shelf because they're currently on my desk and it takes up so much room and it's kind of a bother. So I wanted to put them on a shelf. I was going to put my felt things on the one that's going to be up there and back here. I was going to put things like this crow guy and like my other like Halloween knickknacks that are sort of just like scattered around and like shoved into corners because I was like, I need to put you somewhere. Oh god, I think I forgot to count again. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That was just one more. I'm a fool, it's fine. I'm pretty sure I have 20. Hold on. Because I think I used the smallest eyes I have. I have a little container of eyes. I'm pretty sure I used the smallest ones. So we are gonna just... This is gonna be fun. I don't know if you're gonna hear all of the noises. I don't know how loud it's going to be for you. I'm trying not to put it too close to the mic. But... taking all of them out so I can count them better. It's easier to count when they're not in a container. I'm gonna put 2 in at a time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I only have 13. I thought I had 20. I have some that are slightly bigger. So on some of them, they're actually like twice the size it looks like. Hold on, let me... I was gonna use the smaller one on this side, but some of them I might use the bigger one because I can't. But I was gonna make like 20 because that seems like a good number anyway. And if I was gonna sell them, I was gonna probably sell them for like $5 because they're like, they're not big, but they are handmade. Therefore, $5, same as a scrunchie cost for me. I was gonna sell scrunchies for $5 each because like, same thing. And I was also maybe going to make mushrooms like this guy. Look how cute he is. I made a whole bunch of mushrooms for my friend for her birthday 2 years ago. One of my friends, and it turned out very cute. And I could probably make a whole bunch of these for like, these take a little bit more effort to put together, but they're like smaller, so I wouldn't want to make them more than him because they're like similar size. So if I make these $5 too, put these guys, some of these guys, and all of the scrunchies I make into probably this bucket here, and then I can sell them from this bucket. I got this at IKEA, very fun. Currently it's holding all of my felt things, but put them in there and people can like dig through them. I bought a toilet, like a paper towel roll holder that I was like, me and my friend were like, this would be fun for scrunchies, and it is. It's in my bathroom. I don't know how functional it would be to sell them, because then you have to like dig through them to like you have to like take all of them off if you want one at the bottom. So I was like, because I'm gonna make multiple of all scrunchies, if I just like show examples there if I wanted, or just don't bring it. But I'm working on like the soft felt things, and then hopefully, I mean, I'll probably work on like the Minecraft heads later, probably like May. Sorry, I got distracted. Because I don't want to like start making a whole bunch of those right now. I'm a little busy, or like just mostly emotionally busy, really. I'm gonna make a grand white one. But yeah, like I don't really want to make a whole bunch of like felt Minecraft heads. I can make these guys in like my free time and like take one to school, make it at school sort of thing. Like it shouldn't take too long. And like all the scrunchies and stuff I can also probably make pretty quickly. The felt heads are gonna take me longer, but I need to do my Minecraft pig first before I can make those guys. I bought some paint for it because I have like browns and things. It's very difficult. I forgot to bring any of the felt with me. I actually have it. I'm gonna need to darken the darker one. It's not dark enough. Or make this a darker color. I don't know. And like in my recorded bit, I think I mentioned this earlier this stream. Anyway, in my recorded bit I recorded for the pig. I did talk about this. The 3D model I used is not the same color as he is, so I need to fix it. Like same color pattern. And so I was going to have the felt be not the lightest color. It's definitely not. It's like the medium color. And then there's two darker ones. And then there's like browns and things. But I'll have to fix that and figure that out. And it'll be painted sometime this week, so I can make it next week. I can spend my... Yeah, I'll paint it this week. Because I need to do tests and then like very more accurate tests of colors when I'm mixing colors. Be like 1 dot of this, 5 of this one. Just to make sure, so I can like write it down and be like, this is the color, and go from there. And like, because last couple of times I haven't not tested my colors well enough, and then I have to like repaint them a whole bunch, and it's a bother. But I was maybe going to, I could actually use that pink, because I also have just like straight red, but like, I was gonna actually do it a little bit more how I did the bee, where I sort of just soaked it in paint first, a thin layer of paint, and then painted on top, because that gives it like nicer colors. And like it might make it all a little bit harder, but it looks nicer in the end. So, but not like I did my ghast where I painted everything. The bee I did like very watered down because my felt was not the right color. It was way too yellow for the bee, and so like it was like way too like neon yellow. And so I like dulled it down by just soaking it in a very watered down version of like the base color paint I wanted. Nothing I have will ever live up to that guy. He was technically the 4th Minecraft mob I made. First one I made for a video. The other 3, I made for, the first 2 were for my cousins. And then the next one was for my best friend. And then it was the Minecraft bee for a video. And then it's been the LA. It's been the ghast and then the LA. I'm thinking about the next one after the pig. Because the pig's going to be April, May, June. So I don't have to worry about videos because April is finals and Con Crunch. May is Con Crunch. June is my birthday and also more Con Crunch, because May also has a con, and then June is my birthday and Con Crunch, and then July is Con Crunch again. So I was going to maybe wait. Oh, I can put that there. I was going to, and then the next video would be August, and then October. Yeah. So like I might make a video for August. I'll have like 2 weeks after a con, but it might be like it might actually be, not it should be, a video on like all of the stuff I'm going to make for selling and stuff. It'll be like, this is how I make all this stuff, because I don't want to gatekeep everything I sell. I want you to be able to, if you say I can make that myself, I want you to do it. Like I want someone to come up to me and be like, oh, you're selling it for that expensive? I could do it myself. And I'll be like, okay, here's the video on how I did it. Do it yourself. Because like I don't want to gatekeep. I'm gonna do these two. They're cute. But yeah, like I don't want to gatekeep ever. That's why I'm like, I'm in school to be a teacher. I'm not gonna gatekeep knowledge from you. That's like against my soul. That's why so like I kind of want someone to be angry. Like I kind of like confrontation. Like I didn't used to, because I got so afraid. But now I think I'm just like kind of wanting that, because I think part of it is I don't get to talk back to any customers ever, because all of my customers at work are lovely old ladies, and I don't want to be mean to them because they're lovely old ladies. But I'm kind of craving violence, if you so please. I just want to get mad at people, and so like I kind of want a table, and at one point, like in the future, someone to come up to me and be like, you're selling it for so expensive, I could make that myself, even though I'm gonna be lowering the price of everything I make to make it more accessible, because it is not accessible. I was gonna do a white for the bottom of the blue. Okay, let me do that actually, hold on. Because yeah, like my little Minecraft heads, they're gonna be like 3" by 3", and probably take me like a week to make one, just like with everything going on in my life. Take like roughly a week to make one, but I'm gonna sell them for like 15-20 bucks, maybe. I don't think I would say 25, because they're like small, you know. And like I want the bee. Hold on, let me grab him, because I think he's 3 inches across. No, he's 3.5. So like I'm not gonna make, if I ever make a bee, it's gonna be like a big one, and he's gonna be like 50 bucks. This would be like at least 50 bucks. I think he took me like 12-ish hours to make, roughly. He didn't take me super long, but he would be like 50 bucks. But imagine I should probably not hold a pen. Like that big squares, and like a cube. I don't want to sell them for like 25. That's like 25. Realistically, 25 is barely what I should sell them for. I should sell them for more, based on the time and effort I put into it, but nobody would buy that for anything more than like 15-20 bucks. Because I have the little bats that I'm gonna make from BZ art, and I was gonna sell those for probably like 20 bucks too. And then pencil cases for like 10, 15. I think so. But yeah, because like I love reaching around things a whole bunch, because like okay, BZ Art sells these for so wildly expensive. Let me actually look these up. I love her, but like they're so expensive, the bats she makes. Let's look at not custom printed one. Okay, so the generic one that she sells is black minky, no bow or anything, and like the wings are galaxy, and she sells it for $27.50. I don't know if this is Canadian or American. I have a feeling that's American. Doesn't say. I have a feeling it's American. sells it for like 30 bucks roughly plus like shipping. Some Halloween ones, which are same thing, it's got like a bow and a little charm in Halloween wing fabric and it's brown, is $70. Or like there's a donut one, he's got a little charm, he's $67. And like, yeah, the generic ones are like $27.50. Other ones are like 65 to 70 bucks. And yeah, and it's like, I can understand these are handmade and like limited edition, but also you sell the pattern, and $70 for this little guy? Let me be real with you. This fabric was part of a fat quarter. The fat quarter was $5. It was maybe like $1 worth of that. This I already had, but it was probably, let's say, a quarter of a meter, and a meter is roughly 35 bucks. Well, if we do the stuff I have at work, which is extra wide, it was $36, and a quarter of a meter is like 9 bucks. I'm gonna use like a ninth of that. Like, it's like 90 inches long. I think I only need like 10 inches. So I could probably make like, we'll say like 8-ish, which means it's like $1 for this fabric, and like $1 for this fabric, and the eyes, let's say like 50 cents, and the ribbon like 5 cents. The material cost for this is like $3. Even including like the thread you use. It's just handmade, but even so, I made this in like 2 hours. Her video on making it, I guess she probably, because she makes so many, like an hour, 45 minutes an hour to make one of these, and she's selling it for 70 bucks? Like, get your money worth, but like also, I would never. That's why I'm like 20 bucks. If I can make it, the material cost, maybe $5. If I sell them for like 15, 20, I'm getting a decent amount of monies back, you know? I'm getting like $15 because you're so cute though. And like, it's a little bit hand-sewn, but yeah, it's literally, I don't understand. Like, well, I do. I understand business and like you want to up your price so that like you actually get paid because you're making these patterns so people can make them themselves, and so like whatever. But also like $70, even $30. I'm like, I really, especially American, because I'm pretty sure it's American. So that'd be like, here, let's see, US, because I'm talking Canadian dollars when I'm talking about dollars. I'm Canadian, but if it's $27.50, that's like 40 bucks. It's $37.73. So like plus tax and shipping, it's 40 bucks for one of the bats. And they're like this big. And like, I respect you and I respect businesses and like whatever. I would never pay that much money for a little bat. I think they're cute. I love them. Do them myself. Make them myself. Because like I wouldn't sell bats on an Etsy store. Like, I want to kind of set up an Etsy store for all the stuff I do, but that'd be like after I make the stuff to sell. I don't want to set up an Etsy store and have nothing. But I don't think I'd sell the bats because they are hers. She said you can't sell them as long as you credit her, but it feels better selling them in person. I will still credit her. I'll have like a little tag on them that says patterned by BZ Art, just so it's fully credited. But I'll make an Etsy, and I kind of have had the thought of like, what if I just open like a sort of commissions, so I can, it's in the way of someone wants a bandana that has chocolates on it, and then I can find a fabric and be like, does this work for you? Yeah, okay, I'll make you the bandana. Make them pay a little bit extra for the time I have to do like the shopping with, but like stuff like that. Or like, hey, can you make this sort of bat? And I'll be like, bet, okay, give me like a day to go shopping and do it, and like find the colors and stuff. Like, I wouldn't custom print fabric or anything because that's expensive, but I'd maybe at one point, if people actually like the stuff I sell and people enjoy my stuff, so I'm like making a little bit of money, people buy stuff, then I've thought about contacting like local artists. It would probably be my friends and my sister first, people I know first, but then like going to like just probably like a local Edmonton artist, let me work with you, and like have them draw me a pattern, make me a pattern, or like give me things and I can make it into a pattern myself, and then print off custom fabric and then make things out of that custom fabric. So like make them bat and like scrunchies and like things like that, and then we can both sell them and like link to the other person and be like, this, she made it, and like she made the pattern, I sewed it together and stuff like that. This is cute. Would that go? Oh, that would go actually. I want all these guys to be different colors. Oh, I have one of these, never mind. Do I want bright orange? Not really. I really don't want to sell one that bright. I can make one of you, possibly. I don't have an orange. This is like a nice muted orange. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. But like what color? Green. Okay. But yeah, like I want, the dream is for people to like my stuff and then collaborate with like local artists, Edmonton artists, things like that, and have them make patterns that I can make into like scrunchies and bandanas and things like that. Even if it's just for them, like when they're friends or whatever, I'd totally be down. I'm like, not at this moment because I'm a bit overwhelmed with cosplay stuff, but I would totally be down to do commissions and things. I have no problem with it. It's just I don't want to like open it up because I don't know how shipping things works. I'm not great at, I don't know how like to ship things or like what boxes I'd need, because these little frog guys, where'd he go? Did I put him away? I did. These little frog guys, I can't put them in I could put them in an envelope. He'd squish, but I don't really want to. I don't want to like deform them so much. I'd be worried, depending on how long they're in a box, on whether or not they'd stay. So that's why I'm like hesitant to like do commissions and stuff and like set up an Etsy thing, because I'd have to figure out how that works and like what would work best to like ship them. Like I'd have to look at like boxes and stuff and look at shipping and all that. And like, but I'd be down to do commissions I think once I set up an Etsy shop, I might like make a post and like pin a post on like my Instagram being like, I'm down for certain commissions. If you want a specific like fabric, like a type of fabric or like a general idea, I can make stuff for you. And like the rest of it would be going on my store, but like it would probably be like $2 more if you're like, I want this specific, like I want a fabric with flames on it. And I'd be like, okay, let me find a fabric with flames on it. And if I can't find one in person, then the price would go up because I'd have to order it. And then, but like, because yeah, if I can't find one like in person, then the price, it would be like, okay, well, give me a hot minute. If you like, it would be like, if you message me a type of fabric you want, I can try and find it. And if I can't find it, you can commission me to order it. It would be more expensive. It would be more of like a custom one, because I'd order the fabric for it and then like make stuff from there. And like any extra leftover fabric would just be sold in my store for like a lower, like it would just be sold at my store for like a higher price. But it would be like, if you want a specific fabric that I'd have to order, you'd have to pay, like you have to pay me money in advance for me to make it and send it to you, to like get the fabric and stuff. But it would also be like commissions in the sense of, hey, if you're an artist and you want like a bandana or a scrunchie or pencil case or a bat with your art on it, let me know. We can work something out. Because my friends have like cool art styles that I feel like would be fun on like bandanas and such. But that'd have to be after I like learn how to make my patterns myself, like do my own like things like that, and like order from Spoonflower. with like my own art, because I have ordered from Spoonflower now, and I got, look at this, it's Koroks. I'm gonna make myself a quilt, a Legend of Zelda quilt for myself, purely for myself. And I saw the Koroks and I said, I need that on my quilt. And so I bought it. Yeah, we'll do that as but like I've ordered from Spoonflower, but that's not my art. That's from someone else. So like I'd like to make my own pattern or work with my sister, because she does art, and if she wants to make me a pattern, I could make her something. But like I'd want to do that more with like someone I know, so I'd be able to, like, we'd work it out together, figure out how I'd do it, rather than a complete stranger. Either make my own patterns or get my sister to make some, because then I think it would be fun to like have like a whole section of my store, either like table or like online, be to like collaborations with artists, because like bandanas and things are fun, but people love like wearable art. Like wearing art. I don't know. Okay, so I've got like 15-ish, and I don't know if I don't want to sew them actually. I am just gonna cut them out better. I have my bag that I'm gonna put my felt pieces in. Yeah, okay. I am just gonna cut them out, because I've just been like roughly cutting them out, so they're like big shapes, but I'm gonna cut them out better, I think, because I don't quite want to end stream, but I don't want to sew at the moment. Once I end stream, I have to figure out what I need to do as homework for the week, and then like in the order I need to do it, like what's due when, exactly what I need to do in like the order, so I can like just reference back to that, because I have like due dates written. I have to do a discussion post, so like I'll have those due dates, and then I need to figure out what I need to do for like things in between, like when I need to have things done, because it's getting to the end of the term, so it's getting busy. So I need to figure out what I'm doing. And then I was gonna go maybe play Breath of the Wild, maybe make my costume. For fascinating. I've cut out my stuff for my FMA costume, for mine, and not all of it. I've cut out the stuff for the jacket. Let me correct myself. Actually, I've cut out the main fabric for the jacket. Not even all of that. I haven't. I mean, you make epaulets, these things, the shoulder flaps, and you make those. But I think I'm just gonna ignore that until I get to the part where I have to attach the sleeve onto the bodice, and then I'll figure out what I need to do. Cause like, at this point, I don't need them. I'll sew it on, cause it's sewn onto this seam, the shoulder. I mean, my shoulder seam's down here. The shoulder seam, and then like pinned up here. So I'm like, I'll just wait, I think. Because then once I also get it sewn together, I can figure out a good size, because I've ripped apart my mock-up so I could use the pieces as pattern pieces. So, we'll see. I also want to make these tiny frogs, because I feel like this is something that people will enjoy. At Tomo in October last year, it was Halloween Tomo, there was a 3D printer person who was selling, you know, those clacky slugs? The slugs that like have movable bodies. Someone was selling those, and I had a whole bunch of friends that were like, look at my slug, I love it. And I'm like, good for you. So I want like something small and easy, or like my sister's friend was selling the little sprout clips, you know, the little hair clips that are sprouts. And she was making a cult. It was so funny, because she was just like giving them out to some people, and like it was so fun looking at all of the people around with their little sprout clips, and it was a cult. We were like, you're making a cult. because like literally at one point it was like, I want to say like 60-70% of the people in there had a little sprout clip, and I was like, good. If she does that again, I'm getting one. I didn't get one because I was like, I don't need one, like it doesn't fit with my outfit, and now I'm like, I regret. Give me sprout. Cute frog colors. I always sandwich the body like this so they're like together. But like, yeah, I want something fairly cheap, easy for people to like grab and hold and like, because everyone loves a small little squishy thing. Because you can like, he sits good in your hand. You can just hold him, firmly hold the grasp, but you can also just like sit in your head. He's just a dumb little boy. My hair's looking greasier and greasier. I apologize. It's because I keep running my fingers through it and I need a shower. It's fine. But like, I want something like that. And like, scrunchies are fun. They're not like as big of a thing as they were, but like, everyone still loves a good scrunchie. I had people telling me, they're like, yeah, like scrunchies are easy to make, but it is so much easier just to like buy them. And I'm like, but if you make them, you can match them to your outfits. You can pick exactly what you want. I went through all of the fabric on my store's website because I was getting overwhelmed at work. And I was like, let me just look at the fabric on the website and pick which ones I like. I went through every single fabric we have at my work. Do I remember all of them? Well, actually I didn't. I skipped some of the cowboy ones because I said I don't want it. And I was trying to pick some that like I feel like more people would enjoy. And then I started getting to the point where I'm like, it's my store. I'm gonna sell things that I enjoy. Maybe I wouldn't wear exactly all of these, but it is I don't want to pander to like, I hate this thing that I made. I hate this color, I hate this fabric. I want to enjoy it. Like, I have one of the fabrics I bought already is a Barbie fabric, and I think it's a little tacky, but I know for a fact that there are some girlies, I say girlies as a gender neutral term, who would absolutely love that Barbie, like a Barbie scrunchie and like a Barbie bandana. And like, again, I think it's a little tacky, but that's because I don't like hot pink. So like, I personally wouldn't. But like, there's some things where I'm like, I just don't like this color, but I feel like people would. Or like, I think this is so tacky that like, I don't enjoy it. Cause like, I'm sure all of the fabric at my store could be used to make scrunchies and stuff. But like, I don't think it would look good. There are some fabrics too though that I feel like would not look good as bandanas. Because bandanas are such large chunks of fabric. I feel like it needs a certain vibe to them. Either a good small print, and like the thing is too, bandanas are big squares, and I cut them with the grain, and so if there's a pattern on it, that doesn't look good because you take your square, and then you turn it like this and like fold it, and so if there's a pattern going like this way, and I was looking at the patterns on like the website, and I'd look at it and I'd be like, that's nice, that's not nice, because if it doesn't look good on a diagonal, because like there are some diagonals that weren't 45 degrees, and I'm like, that would look awful. And there's only a few things that I feel like would look good on the diagonal. They're either like a nice grid sort of repetitiveness to it, or there is a very like, there's sort of not a geometric repetitiveness. It's sort of like more organic. And I was like, that'll look better. But like, I also don't want like tiny little print, because like I get overwhelmed with tiny little print. So I prefer bigger print on bandanas and smaller print on scrunchies. So that's sort of what I was looking for. And scrunchies also go with the grain. So like, but it's also like some scrunchies, I'm like, if you scrunch this fabric up, I don't know if it look nearly as good. And I was trying to also pick colors that weren't just blues, and I'm like, I'll do better when I actually pick these out, because there were some that I'm like, oh, like any of this color wave is good. I like this fabric, whatever color. But there's some that I'm only getting like little bits for scrunchies. There's some that are in the clearance that are like green or like 2 different blue background with a whole bunch of little they call them like little rocks, or little like white, like rockish shapes, but they're just white, but they glow in the dark, but they're so small it would be, I think, an awful bandana, but it would look like a great scrunchie. So I'm just getting like a 1/4 meter and making like 4 scrunchies, but because I'm getting like all of the colors, so that one has 3 of it, then it's better. But it's also like, I'll be real, the fabric is $2.50 for a 1/4 meter, and I get 10% off because I work there. So I'm like, I may as well. So I'm also getting all of the small pieces first, because then for the larger pieces, I can use the points I've accumulated, and also in case they go on sale like next month, I'll figure out what's on sale, see if any of the things I wanted are on sale, and things like that. There's also a Harry Potter fabric we have that's like the Daily Prophet, so it's just like newspaper stuff, and it's so much better than the Harry Potter stuff at Fabricland, because the Harry Potter stuff at Fabricland is like tacky and like would not look good on a scrunchie, a bandana, a pencil case, anything. Like, it wouldn't look good, and I was like going to, because people love Harry Potter, but it just did not look good. So I was like, no. And then I saw the one at my work, and I was like, actually, this one's not bad. I think because from a distance, if you don't like read it, don't look at the pictures too much, it's just like newspaper. And then like you actually like see Harry Potter, or it's like Harry Potter or like Death Eaters, and you're like, ah, it's nerd shit. Yeah, I went through so many fabrics last night and collected all of the ones I liked. So, we'll see. Sorry, my eyes got blurry all of a sudden. Love that. But, yeah, I have like a Care Bears fabric that's cute. This cute Superman one. I don't normally care for Superman, but it looks very like minimalistic. It's just so it's black, and it's got like Superman colored stripes, so like red, white, blue, and like yellow, and it just in small parts it's got a tiny Superman, and it says Superman, and I'm like, this is cute. I don't know how well it'll look on bandanas. I'm maybe gonna see. It'll definitely be cute scrunchies and like pencil case, but I don't know about bandanas. But I bought 1.5 meters, so, and by bandanas I'm saying like 22 by 22 inch squares, or triangles that are half square triangles, so like what they call in quilting, in 3 different sizes. The biggest one is just the 22 by 22 cut in half diagonally, and then the other ones are going to be smaller than that, and they're going, what I'm going to be labeling as pet or children bandanas because they're small, and like I like the idea of pet bandanas, but also like if you have got a small head or like kids, or you don't want that much fabric, it works for that too. And they're gonna be like a bit cheaper. They're not gonna be like half price for half the thing. It's like, it's more work because I'm sewing like it's 3 seams instead of 4, so like it's still a decent amount of work. But also like I don't want to price my things up super high, because like I don't like going to markets when things are like $40, $50 for something that should be worth $20. Like, I understand as an artist, you want to get paid what you think you deserve, but also as a consumer that works 1 day a week at her retail job, gets paid minimum wage for 7 hours a week, gets paid once a month, I kind of would like to be able to actually buy things and not have to stare at a like kind of cute pendant or earrings that are just a little tiny bone from an owl pellet put in resin on like sterling silver pull-through earrings, and they're $70. Like, this is a real story, a real thing that happened to me. I was at a market, and this lady was just like, come here, I think you'd like my stuff. And I'm like too anxious to say no. And I was like, you know what, sure, let me look. And then she was just like showing her things. And I'm like, it's cute. It's like a little resin and like a little tiny like bone. Like my pinky nail's long, but like maybe as wide as my pinky nail. Like it was as long as my pinky nail is wide sort of thing. Like there were tiny little bones in resin. And like sure it's sterling silver, but they're pull through earrings. I'm sure I could find that for not. And they were like 50, 60 bucks. And I was like, oh, it's cute, I'll think about it. And then I left the whole market because I was like, I can't let her see me again. And I'm just like, no, I don't want to spend that much money. I'm a broke university student. I don't have the funds for this. On a slightly different note, talking about funds, buying stuff to make stuff for our market, expensive. But you know what I also am sort of like balancing that out with is now I'll have a whole bunch of stuff. So if someone's birthday, if I ever make friends with someone and someone's birthday gets springed on me and I don't have time to make anything, I just grab it from my bin of things, be like, you'll like this one, and just like give it to them. That way I don't have to worry, because I'm always just like, oh, I need to make presents for everyone. I can't store buy you a present, but you only told me the day before I need it. This way I'll be able to like have something. I've also thought about just like having a whole bunch of these frogs and scrunchies and stuff just like in a bag in my purse I carry with me when I'm going to like events or like cosplay things, so I can be like, you want one? Congrats, you win it. Here you go. And also, as a teacher, if someone's like, I'm very tempted doing my student teaching to have like a whole bunch of these frogs and like other things, and then like last day of student teaching be like, you guys are great, pick a frog. And I'll be like, what? I'll be like, pick a frog, it's yours. Because I think that'd be fun. And like also just like I'm 100% the type of person that's gonna like, I love giving gifts. I love giving handmade things. I think it's a wonderful experience for everyone involved. 10 out of 10. So as a teacher, I straight up, if I'm like a fashions teacher, most likely, I will probably just be like, okay, either like beginning of the term or probably end of the term. So it's like I have all the students that are like committed to my class and actually did good. I'll be like, you guys are wonderful students this year. Have a frog. Have a little felt frog. I made them for you. I'll just have like hundreds of these guys. These will just be like the things I work on, just up around the house sort of thing. And it'll just be like, I made a friend for you, have a friend. Just thank you gifts. Just because that'd be so fun, I think. And also, it feels like a very me thing. As well as the fact giving out like snacks or candy isn't always like applicable to students because like allergies, whatever. Some students might be left out. But if you give out felt handmade little guys, a little fella, who's gonna say no to a little fella? Can't say no to a little fella. And then people will like be able to accept the present more. And if it's like, if you don't like it, just like donate it. Like it's not a big thing, like whatever. But that is like, depending on how many classes. Same in high school, that's like 6 periods. Say that's 6 classes. I doubt it as fashions it would be like 3, but like, you know, 6 periods of like 30 kids each, which is 180 kids? That's a lot. Holy crap. Yeah, so like I'd have to make a lot of these, but like if I just make them throughout the year, if I do like one a day, make them on my lunch break. You know, that would probably be effective if I just like make one. I'd love to have like a Cricut or something that could cut these. Like put the pattern in, just put your felt in, have it like cut out a whole bunch of like each sheet of felt. So I don't have to cut these by hand. But then like, yeah, have like 100. Couple hundred, like, and then just like collect them every year. because I was talking to my friend who's also in education. He's in a class about like teaching high schoolers, and they're talking about like conflict. He was telling me how they were talking about like conflict resolution sort of stuff, and how to like make sure a student doesn't fight you. And it's like, oh, I don't know if I'd be able to be. I don't know if I'm gonna be good at that because I'm not an aggressive person inherently, really. So I'm like, I don't know how well I'd be good at that. And then I'm like, you know what? What if I just offer them a gift? Everyone loves gifts. I'm like, will you take this frog instead of fighting me, please? No, fight frog instead. I wonder if that would work. Who knows? I might have to try that in my. I'm not gonna go picking up a fight. But if a fight ever does happen, or something that could very well lead up to a fight, I may or may not just pull a stuffed animal from like my pocket, my purse, whatever, and try and give it to the person trying to fight me. Student trying to fight me instead. Just so I conflict de-escalation. De-escalation. That's the word I'm looking for. Give them a stuffed animal instead. And say, hey, if you don't fight me, you get this frog. If we go to the counselor office, you can hold this frog. You can keep him. As long as you promise not to be mean. Because honestly, look, it's the whole like wave of elementary school kids. Give them stickers, give them little knickknacks and things. They love them to like motivate them. But then like junior high kids are like, I'm too cool for that. And then like high school kids are like, a sticker. If I just give them stuffed animals, 10 out of 10. If I fill them with the like what I call the beans, the little plastic pellets you put in like Beanie Babies, they could also be considered like stress balls. Look, as a teacher, my desk, if I become a teacher, if I enjoy my student teaching, get on my teacher's license, get a job as a teacher, I want to be a fashion teacher so badly. I think it'd be so much fun. Also the fact that my desk would just be covered in like cute stuffed things I've made. And stuff like that. Like it would just be like cute things. And then it's also, I'd only have like 3 classes. If I'm an art teacher though, I had the thought, what if my high school had 2 art teachers. What if I'm half, and like one of the art teachers was also a social studies teacher. He was chill, I loved him. But like what if I'm half fashion teacher, half art teacher, they just hit both of my subjects. And then I can just, probably not gonna do too many more of these, my hands hurt. And then I could just, my desk in my fashion room is full of soft things, and my desk in my art room is just full of like, my friends' art and like local artists stuff. I feel like that'd be fun. But that is if I even actually get a job as a teacher. Who knows in this economy? As you can tell, I've slowed down talking a bunch, which means I'm tired. I think I'm gonna finish cutting out this frog and then call it a day. Been streaming for like an hour and a half. Yeah, and then I just have to figure out my schedule for all the things I need to do, and then play Breath of the Wild. Actually, I'm gonna stop and eat a protein bar. I've been staring at this box of Tic Tacs on my desk all stream now. I'm gonna have one. They're Tic Tacs. I got them at the dollar store because my food for lunch sometimes is not the best smelling. It's like salad, but the salad dressing has like garlic or stuff that makes me worry my breath is gonna smell bad. So I had gum, but I'm out of gum. So I was like, oh, I saw Tic Tac. Tic Tacs. And I was like, you know what, that sounds good. You know, probably part of the reason this is hurting is because I'm holding my scissors like this. What is this? Why am I have to hold my face. I can't put my pointer finger in scissors. This is incorrect. I hate this with a passion. I don't even cut fabric like this. Because you're supposed to like rest your scissors like this. If it's you cut, can't do that. Fucking this bad boy. I have weird hands. So this is hurting my wrist. That's part of the reason why I'm tired. Also, it's my friend Juno's birthday today. But like I haven't talked to her in a little bit, and I'm like, do I DM her and say happy birthday? What if I got her birthday wrong? What if I'm incorrect? But then also, like, I like her and I want her to still be my friend even if I haven't talked to her in a little bit. Do I? So I'm maybe going to do it in a bit. It's almost 3 o'clock. Fun. Okay. Frog's done for this very moment. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more to cut out still. Yeah, I was not gonna get all those done, but I did get. I do have. Hold on, let me grab my other ones that are already being cut out and color coordinate. Boop boop. Put this guy in here. Scoot them in. Scoot you in. Here, red goes after pink. These are the ones I have colored. Look at the rainbow. Very fun. And these are the ones I need to cut still. These are like more like, there's a bluey teal, 2 greens, a brown, some yellowy browns. Oh, and another purple. But yeah, I figured once I make all of these and then I can like time how much it takes me to make one of them, which might be next week's stream. I don't know. Depending on what I have to do this week. See how long it takes me to make one of them, and then I can just use that time. You know, like like I said, if I'm like, hey, it takes 45 minutes to make one. This YouTube video I'm watching is 45 minutes long. We'll make one, and then I can like just add it to my pile. Cause there's like, how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There's 16 of them. And I've got like, how many weeks? If I make like 1 a week, I'll probably do more than that, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Like, it's 12 weeks. I've got 12 weeks. So as long as I make like 2 a week, I can get it done in time. But I could probably make like 4 or 5 of them a day. So I want to get these done end of April. And so I can make the mushrooms in May. There'll be like maybe 5 mushrooms, like not many. Depending on how fast I get these guys done. Okay, let me actually write this down. Thoughts need to be written down on sticky notes. Okay. Felt frog. March to end of April. Felt mushrooms. April to end of May. Those are those felt things, and then the felt Minecraft. I missed like half of the letters in Minecraft. Love that. Okay, April's gonna be get material, and then May is going to be make, and then the sewing things is just like within it. Okay, cool. Have that sticking out to my pile of things. Anyway, I think stream's over for today. Hands hurt. I'm tired. It's been an hour and a half. My hair is getting greasier and greasier, and I'm hungry. So we'll leave now. It was been fun. I'll see you next week. Maybe for Sims, maybe for sewing. I kind of want to play more Sims with my girl and her detective job. I wanted her to be like a teacher, because like I'm a teacher and it's me. It's Saros Eldritch is her name. And I kind of wanted her to be like a teacher, but also just like a detective is fun. And like I wanted something to do before I like want to had her go out and like meet people and make friends and find a girlfriend and like get married and stuff. And then maybe she'll, once I have like more fun things to do in her house with her partner, then I can quit her job as a detective and go into like teaching or whatever, you know, have fun. But that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next week, next Sunday. I don't think I have anything next Sunday. No, it's the 26th. I just have like assignments that are gonna be due, but this is probably a short stream, but that's fine. Oh god, I closed all of my tabs and I can't see anything. Please hold, I don't know where I am anymore. Okay, this is good enough. I'll see you next week. I've been Saros. Follow me on all my social medias at Saros_crafts everywhere. There, link in all of my bios. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.